Alien Stage is an online animation series that suddenly took the internet by storm this last year and is one of the most voted for art style studies yet, so of course I had to do it. In order to match the show's art style specifically, all of the screenshots and references I'm using are from the show and not the creator's social media page. As always, we want to break down our main goals with our art study, so in my case, I really like the way the Lineart has a soft look to it and the eyes, so focus on these the most on top of everything else. The proportions are very anime webtoon-like, so I'll just do a quick overview of it. For the shoulders, they are about 1 to 3/4 heads wide. For the face, if you take the space between the eyes and the eyebrow, it's roughly the length of 5 of them combined. And the eyes are about 1 eye apart, and the eyes also have a lot of shapes. In fact, they are one of the artists that uses a good variety of eye shapes and pupil shapes, compared to lots of other artists we've studied. It can be broken down into 3 shapes. One is a circle for very round eyes, another is a square or rectangle shape, and the other is a triangle. But anyways, last but not least is the nose and the mouth. The nose and mouth are just a typical anime style with little lumps for the nose. Due to this being an animation, the line art is rather simple. I used a hard round brush with tapered ends, but you could also use a hard round brush with no tapered ends, and in fact, I think that may be technically the brush they use, but I prefer it with tapered ends, and I got basically the same exact look, so just use whichever one you prefer. That said, the line art is generally thin, one size, and not perfectly clean. Usually with animation, the line art is very clean, but I noticed that there are some wobbles, so it doesn't have to be perfect. There are some parts where they would use a thicker line art to give it depth, but again, this is an animation, so line art stays relatively simple. Now, I will say that on some later episodes, I did notice it looked like the line art brush may have been done with the G pen brush or some sort of dip pen brush. This animation has been done over the span of multiple years, so some changes in the art style is not surprising and expected, but just use whichever one you like more. But anyways, their line art also has a bit of a soft feeling, which I think may be done by duplicating the line art layer and adding a small blur effect to it. I actually figured this trick out when I studied Tameka's art style. Okay, lastly, rendering. Again, this is an animation, so everything stays pretty quick and simple. We just have our base colors and then our shadows, which I'm pretty sure are just done by a multiply layer. The color of the shadow can vary, but a dark red or purple are the most common shades you'll see. And yeah, that's it for the rendering. Like I said, it's an animation, so they keep it very simple. Alright, before we get into the master copy, study, and implementation, now would be a good time to remind everyone that if you liked the video, make sure to give it a like and make sure to subscribe for more. The next art style study will be for Sam Does Art since he won the last poll. There's already a new post up, so after this video, make sure to go to my channel, go to the post tab, and then vote on who you want to see next. If you have anyone in particular you'd like to see a video about, make sure to leave them down in the comments below, and I'll make sure to add them to the list. Thank you.